The iPhone XR released alongside the XS series in 2018 and brought the expensive look of the newer iPhones at a much cheaper price by cutting a few corners. It was also one of the best-selling iPhones of 2019, selling almost 50 million units. But how does this phone stack up in 2021? Well, before we get started, be sure to support the channel by subscribing and helping me reach 400 subs for June, and let's talk iPhone XR. The iPhone XR is one of the most clean and classy looking iPhones, partly because there is only a single camera on the back and the rest is just a clean, minimal look. Although this phone was available in some pretty exciting colors, I have it in the classic white color, which still looks really neat. The phone does have great heft to it, owing to the glass sandwich build, along with the anodized aluminum sides. Now, due to the bezels, which we'll talk about in a minute, the phone is slightly larger than the same sized iPhone 12 Pro, which did make it tougher for me to reach the top corners of the phone. Other than that, the stereo speakers are plenty loud, the phone is IP67 water and dust resistant, call quality is great, and never did I encounter any issues with Wi-Fi or Bluetooth connectivity. The phone is a bit heavier in the hands at 194 grams, but I wasn't bothered by it at all. Overall, I would say the phone is rock solid. But another thing that wasn't considered solid about this phone was its display. The iPhone XR features a 6.1-inch Liquid Retina LCD display that is slightly lower than 1080p in resolution, but decently bright at 625 nits. At the time of the launch, Pixel Peepers said that the phone would fail due to the LCD display that had the same number of pixels as the iPhone 4, but if history is to indicate, that wasn't actually the case. If you get past the numbers, the display is still a joy to use. Apple did use some of the best calibrated LCD panels on their iPhones, and the XR is living proof of that. There are, however, downsides of using an LCD. You cannot get the pitch black and contrasty look that comes with an OLED, and you also get those thick bezels all around the phone, which are especially visible while using a light wallpaper. But if you get past these two nitpicks, the iPhone XR still has a well-balanced display that's plenty sharp for an average user. On top of that, a lower resolution LCD display does have its advantages. The very first is no screen burn-in issues that OLEDs tend to have, and the second is in the battery life department. The iPhone XR has a 2942 mAh battery that was praised all around by the reviewers at the time of the launch. This is because of the display being lower in resolution with just 326 ppi and the A12 Bionic being a very power efficient chip. Now fast forward to today and the iPhone XR still has a decent battery life. Now this phone was bought last year and has been lightly used, so I cannot comment the same for a heavy used XR that was bought in 2018 and has a lower battery health. But with medium usage, this phone easily got me through the day, and my usage mainly consists of social media browsing, taking phone calls, FaceTime, and a little bit of gaming. With heavy usage, this phone can die on you, but the good news is that there is support for 15-watt wired charging as well as wireless charging. Apart from using an LCD display, another corner Apple did cut to make this phone cheaper was removing the additional telephoto lens. The XR still featured the same main lens and the selfie camera as the XS series. And even in 2021, the phone still takes some really good shots when there is plenty of light to play around with. The color reproduction is nice with good sharpness and bang on color accuracy most times. Personally, I still like the overall look of the photo, and Apple also did a Google Pixel with this camera by supporting portrait shots with a single lens and software enabled blur. Now, although I should mention that this is only possible for human subjects, still the portrait mode is decent on this phone, and the software updates over the years have turned this phone into a better camera setup than it was at launch. Another thing that is better about this phone is the selfie camera. Generally, old iPhones didn't have a good front camera, but I was genuinely surprised by how well this phone did. The video quality on the rear camera is also good. It can shoot 4K at 60 fps and the footage you're currently seeing is 4K 30 fps. Super slow motion at 240 fps is also there, but the quality is drastically reduced. The only drawback to a 3-year-old camera setup I can think of is a lack of versatility due to the missing telephoto and the ultra-wide lens, as well as features like night mode. But if you are willing to look past that, the XR can still produce some really good social media worthy shots. As previously talked in my iPhone X review video, the software and performance on older iPhones is still unmatched. You will get the latest version of iOS on this phone, and since the iPhone 6s is getting iOS 15, it's safe to say that this phone still has 4 more years of software support left. The phone does have 3 gigs of RAM, which is good enough for day-to-day use. Animations are smooth, apps launch quickly, and gaming was also a breeze. Now I do daily an iPhone 12 Pro, and while using the iPhone XR, I didn't notice much of a difference in performance, and that's a testament to Apple's A series Bionic chips. Now for the question that matters. Is the iPhone XR still a good buy in 2021? Well, at the right price, it definitely is. In Canada, these phones are ranging anywhere from $400 to $500 depending on the variant and the condition. This figure translates to about $325 to $400 US, and in my opinion, this is a fair price for a 3-year-old iPhone that still has plenty of life left. If you look past the minor negatives, the iPhone XR still has a lot to offer. Classy design, solid build quality, decent display, cameras and battery life, and most importantly, software updates for another 4 years. Now that's it for this video. As always, support the channel by subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.